Hey guys, one more shot here, back at it with another video. So today I'll be going over a pretty bold conspiracy theory I've developed over the past couple of days. So this might come as a shock to some of you, but I think Lucky Landing is a place that Epic Games is taking out, not Tilted Towers. So when you do the math, it makes sense for Lucky to be taken out rather than Tilted Towers. So our first piece of evidence for this is how the meteor is moving across the sky towards Lucky. In the beginning of the season, as many of you probably noticed, a comet was in the sky. I mean, I bet most of you have seen videos about how the comet's going to hit Tilted, and many believe it's going to hit Tilted, but I think it's going to hit Lucky Landing. So basically, the comet is moving from the east part of the map down towards the south part of the map and towards Lucky Landing. Lucky is one of the only places on the south part of the map, southeastern part of the map, I mean, other than Moisty Mire, but I don't think they're going to take out Moisty Mire because it's a pretty solid place and they need to leave a place where people can go in the south part of the map. And taking out Moisty would be way too big of an area to take out. I mean, that just wouldn't really make sense. Also, they wouldn't take Moisty out because they need some sort of other biome other than grass, because I mean, everything's grass except for Loot Lake and Moisty Mire, so it wouldn't make sense for them to take it out. But that doesn't really have anything to do with my theory, so let's get back to that. So our next piece of evidence for why the comet's going to hit Lucky is because of the little small comets that are coming off the big one heading towards the south part of the map toward Lucky. Many videos have surfaced recently since one of the past updates how there's small comets flying really quickly across the map, and these are mostly heading towards the south part of the map toward Lucky. Another reason for Epic Games to remove Lucky is since the celebration for the New Year was back in February, on February 16th, the Chinese New Year is come and gone, so why would they keep a place that's based off a holiday that isn't even happening anymore? I mean, there's no Christmas Cove or anything themed around Easter, St. Patrick's Day that is still in the game, so it wouldn't make sense for there to be a Chinese New Year themed town that stays in the game. I think it would make sense to keep Lucky in the game if there was a place like that, like places that revolved around other holidays, but there isn't any in the game, so I mean, it just doesn't really make sense to keep Lucky Landing in the game if there's nothing else like it. The next piece of evidence we have, which really helps to point out exactly where the comet's going to hit, is one of Fortnite's recent tweets. Basically, the other day, Fortnite tweeted a picture saying that the battle bus was taking off and the destination was for China. So in the picture, we can see the main character, Jonesy, his passport's in it, saying he was leaving for China on the 23rd. So I did a little research, and it takes 15 hours to get from Maryland, where Epic Games is founded, to China. So if he leaves on the 23rd, he can very easily arrive on the 24th. So that's today, so maybe it'll hit later today, but I'm not really sure when it's gonna hit. So maybe since he's leaving for China and he's kind of taking the theme of the Chinese New Year with him, and they'll remove that rather than Tilted. Also, it would make sense for Lucky Landing to be removed more than Tilted because not that many people tend to land in Lucky, so it really wouldn't affect the amount of people landing in other places. Distributing 20 different people to a different place, it would way overcrowd places. I mean, like with 20 other people landing in other places like Salty or Retail, those places become so packed and there just isn't enough houses for them to handle that, and not many people would be able to get guns, and just the start game would be nearly impossible for new players and maybe even some of the better ones. But if they removed a place like Lucky Landing, at most like 4 or 5 people have to go somewhere else, which isn't that bad. I mean, most likely they'd probably end up going to Moisty or Flush or the little factories next to Flush, which not that many people go there anyway, so it wouldn't really have that big of an effect on anything. The last piece of evidence we have for why Lucky will be taken out is the recent things that have happened that have had to do with Lucky Landing in the game. So one of the weekly challenges this past week was to get kills in Lucky Landing, so maybe this is hinting at it being the end, like it's like a last call for people to arrive at Lucky Landing and try and get kills and stuff there. Also last night, in the shop there was the Wukong, so that revolves around the Chinese New Year. So maybe they're giving everybody one more shot to get something with the Chinese New Year because it's over. I mean, that theory is kind of a little bit far-fetched considering a lot of other people have landed. I mean, a lot of other places have had weekly challenges and stuff revolved around them. So Lucky Landing having one doesn't really make that big of a difference. But as for the date thing, I'm not really sure when it's gonna occur. I mean, I'm hoping soon, but that's kind of unlikely. So the picture that I said earlier about that Fortnite tweeted said that he was leaving on April 23rd, but nothing happened yesterday. And then I did the math, and 15 hours flight, probably April 24th, but nothing's happened yet. So that part might be wrong. but my guess at this point would be somewhere around the end of the season is when the comet's gonna hit. So maybe like April 30th or something like that. I mean, it would make sense for them to remove Lucky Landing at the end of the season because it's kind of signaling the end of the holiday season. So removing all of the holiday places would make sense. But thank you guys for watching this video. Spread the word about it, tell your friends. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll have another video like this in the future. Thank you.